So the Knicks with Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns won the title this year, and I think that's really good news in a lot of ways for this Lakers team. It's a proof of concept that you don't need every player to be some lockdown two-way demon. You can have guys that are technically defensive liabilities as long as the team fits and it's cohesive, and obviously your overall defense and offense are at a certain level. And if you look at the difference between that Spurs team and that Knicks team was they were able to close those games out. They were composed. They knew what they wanted to do at the end of the game. And Brunson, even though he was very undersized and not overly athletic, he's very crafty. He's quite similar to Luka in ways in terms of how he scores, but he's doing it with a much smaller frame. He's just really crafty. He's a good closer, and they just closed them out late in all of those games. Towns obviously was a big factor, being able to pull Wemby out and out of the paint with that 3-point shooting. But if you look at this Lakers team, you've got Mamu. He's not quite on Towns' level as a 3-point shooter, but he's hovering around that 40% mark. There's going to be versions of the Lakers where if they do play someone like the Spurs, they can bring them all out. They'll have a 5-out spacing option of Mamu at the 5. You'd have Reeves, Luka as your guards, Grimes probably at the 3, and then you could throw Carr out there as like a small ball 4 with Mamu at the 5, or switch out Carr for Williams, and that's a 5-out spacing that they found that hard to defend. And if you're comparing Brunson to Luka, you've just got that's a whole nother tier of player, in my opinion. They just need that cohesiveness that the Knicks have as a team, and I think if they can build that up, they've got the tier 1 scoring, point guard, elite playmaking. They'll be heading in the right direction, I think.